Hey everybody, there's a trend that I've been noticing recently that I want to talk about because it's really important to me, and I think it should be really important to everybody. I have a dog in right now, a pit bull that is here after leaving another trainer's facility, and I have another one coming in tomorrow, a German Shepherd, who has been handled by another trainer, another balanced trainer. And this is important. Every time a positive trainer fails with a dog, balanced trainers blame the style of training. Every single time. Oh, it's a positive trainer, they couldn't do it because it's a positive trainer, blah, 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 blah. But when a balanced trainer fails, it's excused as a bad trainer. It's a bad bias we have. And in this case, I've got two dogs coming in, and I got an email earlier from somebody else in another state that had the same thing happen, where a dog with a mild reactivity issue goes into a balanced trainer and they come out worse. They come out more aggressive and redirecting on the handle often because the balance trainer has used stupid forms of correction. They haven't solved the problem, they've made it worse, and it's a problem that is going on all over the country, and we need to stop and think about it. Now, this is not talking about whether balance training or positive training is better. That's not the point. The point is we need to be better. All of us. Guys, for the most part, the trainer wars are over. There's still some skirmishes happening on the sides. Yes, the positive trainers are still trying to push for legislation to make balanced trainers stop what they're doing. And yes, they're hurting the business of balanced trainers. And yes, there's some balanced trainers out there who are making constant videos about how terrible the positive trainers are. Largely that's defensive, I get it. Those extreme positive trainers are trying to take away their ability to make their livelihood the way they want. I get it, I understand that, and I'm not as bothered by it, but the point is, for the most part, there's a great sort of acceptance. I have so many friends who consider themselves positive trainers or refuse labels. So many people I've met that have been able to reach out across the metaphorical aisle, so to speak, and I've been able to talk with them and they've been able to talk with me, and we have respectful conversations, and we disagree and we agree, just like I do with most of the balanced trainers I know. It's a good time to be in this business when it comes to ideology, all right? But we've got to stop this us versus them mentality. If a trainer fails to train a dog, it's because they're a bad trainer. Period. Wait, let me step back. Sometimes you're going to fail. Some dogs are wired wrong. If a trainer fails to train a neurologically healthy dog, it's because they're a bad trainer. If they let their ideology or their philosophy get in the way of solving that problem, they're a bad trainer. That's it. If you don't know how to use corrections to solve a problem and you send a dog to euthanasia because you don't want to correct that dog and you won't refer them to somebody who will, you're a bad trainer. It's that simple. And if you don't know how to use motivational techniques, you don't know how to reduce fear, rage, and panic by accessing the seeking system or by building drive or using rewards, if you don't know how to give a dog biological fulfillment to reduce the frustration, thereby reduce the aggression, and you make that dog worse by just trying to correct the hell out of it when it has a problem, when it does the wrong thing, if your philosophy of make it hurt if you mess up results in a dog redirecting on you or redirecting on their handler, or you say this dog is broken because that doesn't work, you're a bad trainer too. It's not your ideology that makes you a bad trainer. It's the refusal to flex out of that and say this dog needs something that I'm not used to doing. I'm going to show you a video. This dog that I have in right now just came to me 2 weeks ago from another trainer. Came in with mild reactivity, was kicked out of the other training program because now it's worse. Now it's redirected on the handler, and they say the dog's not fixable. The dog is fixable. The dog is totally fixable. You'll see in the video. The dog, while still very keyed up when she sees other dogs, while still very, very uncertain about what to do, she ain't redirecting on me. She's not offering that. Because I haven't put her in a position where she feels like she has to. Now, we got a long way to go with this dog, but part of that is undoing the damage done by somebody else whose philosophy of training was, if you do what I don't want you to do, I'm going to make it hurt. And that is not acceptable any longer as a primary tool. Don't get me wrong, sometimes a dog does need a good correction. I'm not saying they don't. But that should never be our first stop. And if it is our first stop and it backfires, we need to be humble enough to go, oh, maybe I need to learn something different instead of kicking the dog out of the program to be euthanized so they can come find somebody like me. It's unconscionable. And those same trainers, I guarantee you, if somebody came in with a dog who had been trained by a positive trainer and didn't get better, they would go, oh, that's the problem with positive training. It doesn't work. Well, your method didn't work either. And it's happening all over the place. So let's stop it. Let's stop making about ideology, okay? Just knock that off. It's not helpful to anybody. Let's go to the core of it, and let's make sure trainers are good. And they know their limitations. And hey, look, if you've got a limitation or ideology, I don't want to use food, I don't want to use play, I don't want to use corrections, fine, whatever. Do what you can within that ideology. But when you reach the end of a road with a dog, don't condemn that dog to death because you don't want to take that next step, because you don't want to be better, because you don't want to betray your philosophy. Fix the dog or send it to somebody who can. And if you've used everything, and the dog still can't be fixed, then let's talk about the results, the reality of that. But otherwise, shut your hole, fix the dog, or send it to somebody who can. Stop letting dogs die because you don't want to flex out of your comfort zone. And I don't care if you call yourself balanced or positive. I don't care if you use food or don't use food. I don't care if you use prong collars or e-collars or whatever. Doesn't matter. When your method fails to work on a dog, don't condemn that dog to death. Try something else or send the dog to somebody who can. It's that simple. A little humility will go a long way. I'm tired of it coming in. I'm tired of fixing mistakes that other people make. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of hearing clients tell me that they're suffering, they're losing sleep, they're crying because some trainer made their own limitation the dog's limitation. You don't have a right to do that. You do not have a right to do that. Get better or get out of the fucking way.